See, right now, people are being taken out of the main auditorium room. They've been standing and standing, and now they're moving them to a side room where the board will no longer see these people. And these are the farm workers, the community, the parts house person, the grocery store worker that have spent 4.5 hours, 5 hours on a road in a bus to come up here to tell this board there's a crisis and you've got to deal with this crisis. And we've now just moved all these people out of this room and shoved them over to a side room. Well, they now will never see or hear the board, but they can hear what's going on, but they won't be able to see their reactions at all because of the people that are sitting in this auditorium. And I think this hearing should have been in a bigger place, and they should have known that this was going to happen. And I think, my own personal thing, sometimes I think staff with agencies do this deliberately so they could cut down public input.
With the time that was actually allotted for the meeting today, do you think that you would have had much time to go ahead and testify in front of the board anyway?
I think so. I think we would have had time. I think if they would have realized they don't need a bunch of panels, and to take the public testimony first, and then if there's time, then you do your panels. But to put the panels ahead of the public, the issue is simple. It's real simple. Your staff have made a decision that's wrong and went against other federal agencies and congressional people, and just turn on the pumps. Let the water start going to be pumped in reserves so these cities can have water. If not, this summer, there are going to be many of the small cities that will dry up, and what happens to those communities? What happens to the families, the schools, and all that? People up here aren't going to worry about that. People in San Francisco don't care. People in Los Angeles aren't going to care. These are small communities, 7, 20, 15,000 people. But they'll care when there's no food or when they have to pay high prices for food. And you're going to pay $10 a gallon for milk, and for vegetables, you're going to be paying $7 or $8 for a head of lettuce. Maybe then that's when they'll wake up. But they would have had the opportunity today to testify, and I think if they would have done it in a way to allow the public break up these panels so that the panels don't take all the time. The board knows what the issue is. They don't need to know the data and everything. They already know what the issue is. Take control of your agency. Don't let the staff run it. So, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
We are here at the State Water Resources Control Board, where hundreds of people have spent several hours on buses from the central San Joaquin Valley in California to come and have their voices heard by the board about water restrictions for farming irrigation. That was Manuel Cunha with the Nisi Farmers League.